Hey guys, Tarek here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Semoskiy Winter, playing Fuchsia spawning. On the left we have heroicservant as Althea, who has German mechanized assault support and Festung support. Very unconventional commanders. German mechanized, reasonably popular. It's got the P4 command tank and the freshly nerfed spotting scopes. So you don't see it too often since that spotting scope's nerf on the 222. Assault support, we have been seeing this a little bit more in recent months, mainly because of the Stuka strafing run. It's quite strong. Then Festung support. It does have the relief infantry, which is pretty good. And the sector artillery is very, very powerful, but very hard to execute. You know, facing off against him is Talisman as the Soviets, who has counterattack, Lend-Lease, and guard motor. Heroicservant about rank 25. Talisman, I think he's rank 6 Soviets, so pretty high level game. Also see Talisman go for 3 conscripts off the start. So similar build to this conscripts on Semoskiy. Who was that? Cannot recall right now. Anyway, pretty even fight here. In fact, Grenadiers may even win this. Oh, got some action in the north. Pyro's charging in. Commies is probably going to lose this. This is one of the matchups when you really notice that buff damage on the Pioneers. And against conscripts as well. These are the two fights that we really notice that slight DPS buff that the Pioneers got. The recent patch. Anyway, MG42 creeping its way forwards. This fuel is going to be connected very shortly for heroicservant, but Talisman has had control of that fuel for a wee bit longer, so he's off to a better start. Also got an extra standard resource point under his belt. Four cons. This guy's community's back here now. Could go for a tech structure. Go for medics.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
These cons going on a bit of a trip, but it's caused them to lose control of that all-important garrison there on the fuel. So a second here, I thought there was a bunker up here. Well, it kind of looks like it on the mini-map. It's just the building. I was just going to scrap it out here. Not a good engagement at all.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
He's going to keep fighting it. This guy's getting quite low. Conscripts did jump out of the garrison so all 6 models could fire, and this is a pretty bad house to try and engage this. I think only the top window here and maybe this one here can actually fire, because that high fence there actually blocks the side of those lower buildings, which is why you have to use this one. But even this one, as you can see, not that good, because this window here doesn't have line of sight either. It's an interesting quirk of the you know, depending on how high the fence is, you can kind of invalidate the lower stories of buildings. Here comes the Flamer though, and this should turn things back into the favour of Talisman. He can always use the merge to keep this bad boy on the field, which I imagine he'll do very shortly. And oh my god. Oh, that did not work out too well for him. He dropped models so quickly. The merge took so long, because first they ran to here, then they ran to here, then they had to run all the way down to here as his combat engineer models dropped. Delayed the merge a long time. Ended up costing him a lot of manpower. I thought he was going to win that engagement, but that was the nightmare merge. Talisman now floating quite a lot of manpower. Still hasn't got his tech structure down. Has selected lead lease. So perhaps that explains why we haven't seen his tech structure yet. He wants to save up, probably going to pop in 2 Dishkas as soon as he hits 2 CPs. But it is costing quite a bit of map control here. Got a machine gun and this all important garrison right outside Talisman's base. Oh, a late reaction. But quick retreat. Probably should be using attack move to move your way down there with your grenadiers. But yeah, heroicservant in a really nice position. He's got his tech down. Don't think we'll see a 222 from him. Oh no, Talisman did actually go and build his tech, and he's actually building a mortar. Probably try and flush that machine gun out of these garrisons. And now he calls in the Dishka. There's one thing to keep in mind, building your tech structures does give you a little bit of experience, so it can help speed up the command point clock, even if you're just going for call-in units. It's not always the worst idea to actually tech up. Especially if you've got like Talisman who's floating 600 something manpower. He's actually using smoke here instead of just barraging it. Maybe he wants to keep the garrison healthy so he can use it with his own Dishkas. Oh, but he's getting flame from these pioneers down here. He has to abandon it. Dishka setting up now, and those pioneers are on negative cover. They're going to get pinned instantly. Does actually go for the 222. Oh, and gets a wipe there. Conscripts go down. Looks like he may have suffered a rifle grenade there. Well, that is bad for Talisman. He's not. I mean, he had a decent start up until about 1.5 command points, but then by not taking it, it cost him a lot of map control. Now he's lost the conscript. He's in bit of trouble. Armor piercing rounds activated. 222. Got to be careful trying to speed around out of the arc of the Dishka. And managed to skate around. Not take any damage from it. Piercing rounds do not actually add damage, they just increase penetration, unlike on the MG42, the incendiary rounds, or pretty sure the piercing rounds on the 50 cal also add damage. So don't pop it to use against infantry, it's not going to help you at all. Unless it's at least you're facing off against shock troops. If you steal a Maxim and you're fighting shock troops, that may actually work out quite well. If you steal Dishka, pop it against shock troops. That's can only happen in a team game. There's no doctrine with shock troops and Dishkas, but one of these days I'm sure will happen. Mortar rounds firing on each player. Oh, 222. This is looking like a nice push. heroicservant got his Panzer Grenadiers coming up now as well. Just shredding that more. These conscripts just standing there getting roasted and toasted. And down they go. What is Talisman even doing? Did he just lose connection for a minute there? What was that? These had like units over here pinned, and what was going on over here? This unit was just running around like a headless chicken. Oh, it's Dishka! Dishka is decrewed. Is he going to sacrifice the pioneers to steal it? Looks like he's coming up with his panzer grenadiers. Talisman hasn't ticked tier 3. So, nothing to really prevent this from happening. It's tank grenade onto the 222, but it's not going to be mad too much. Panzer grenadiers do look like they're going to steal it. Conscript's actually going to run right past it and go for more anti-tank grenades on the 222. Very little chance for the conscripts to actually decrew it. They just don't do enough damage. 222 should go down here if he uses Ura. Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to have to go around a corner and get stuck pathing awkwardly. Oh, is it still alive? Okay, maybe not. I was gonna say, that would be an absolute nightmare. How much health does 222 have now? Oh, I can't even remember. It's been changed so many times. I think it's 320, right? Both players end up retreating there. So, you know, that's 3 anti-tank grenades is 300 damage. So you just rely on 20 damage from small arms fire. So it's possible that it could survive there. It doesn't have very much armor though. The old 222 is tier 3 down for Talisman. He's actually airdropping in fuel now. Didn't really need to drop in fuel for any tier 3 tanks though.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Maybe he built, I'm not sure when he exactly built tier 3. If this was before or after he must have been after he killed the 222. Maybe he's just trying to speed up the command point clock again like I was talking about earlier. Some players, if they're very far ahead playing this commander, ooh, that was a big mortar hit. There's that stolen Dishka. Oh man. Some players that, yeah, if they're so far ahead on this commander, they will go for T-34-76s. Heroicservant going for another pioneer, probably gonna go for a sweeper, doesn't want to run into any demo charges. A little bit less likely for there to be demo charges, of course. You can see your opponent flying in those supply drops. You know that he's, done 1 million anti-tank grenades. Wow, very late reaction on that machine gun, changing targets. Still hasn't changed targets. Disco arrives just in the nick of time though. Imagine if he'd changed targets earlier. Oh, maybe he thought he would scare it off. I don't know, it didn't work out too well for him anyway. T-70 on the field, very, very late T-70. 14 minutes, that is far too late. Heroicservant putting up his tier 3 now, and we'll have medium tank shortly thereafter.
The enemy is taking our territory.
So T-70 I think was a mistake. So Talisman is down there. He saw it being planted by those conscripts that were up here before. Hasn't quite killed it yet though. Maybe thinks it was cancelled. Given up. He's only got one combat engineer. It's got flamethrowers and no sweepers for Talisman. Yeah, dropping in more fuel. Not a bad idea to do this before your opponent gets a tank, which in this case is a flak panzer. Expecting a flak Panzer or Panzer IV, both of them have a chance of shooting down your planes, your supply drop planes, so why not drop in the fuel now and also dodge that cooldown timer. Usually I wouldn't recommend dropping in the fuel, but you have this little fuel control, it's very hard to plant mines and demo charges and whatnot. So it makes sense to drop in the fuel, try and even up the fuel game, and also because you've got no other way to use your munitions right now. Oh, flak Panzer rolling onto the field. Looks like the fuel is going to be connected for Talisman very shortly. Oh, cancel that Faust, and oh, he goes down. Faust is going to land this time. TCM just going to stay there shooting away. Unflinching. Oh, Shrek's on the P-Greens. That's going to be the end of the T-70. Did not get his money's worth out of that thing. This was like one Grenadier squad, but Grenadiers are slightly cheaper than the T-70 nowadays. Also cost 0 fuel. Just could try and use his armor-piercing rounds, but this is one situation with armor-piercing rounds not going to help you much against the front armor of a medium tank. Oh, MG42 is going to go down. Is that on negative cover? There he goes. Let that be a lesson to you. Don't set your machine gun up on negative cover. Even up against conscripts. And there is the first Lend-Lease Sherman. Heroic probably should be aware. I mean, in situations where you come in onto the field, you start wrecking face. Builds a lot of CPs for you, but also for your opponent, who also, I suppose, just wrecked a bit of face stealing this machine gun. So you got to be careful because the state of the game can change very, very quickly. And now his flak Panzer is isolated. Shrek's coming up. Oh, the flak Panzer briefly stopped there, and down goes the flak Panzer. Will he get revenge though? Shrek's one connects. It's going to allow Faust. Speeding down the road though, got a bit of momentum. Looks like he's going to continue backing down the road to try and travel at maximum speed. This is a situation where having tactical movement will come in handy. Doesn't have it though. Let's have a commander with tactical movement. Yeah, I mean, reversing down that road, even with a damaged engine, it's going to be able to get away from those P-Greens with the Shreks. So yeah, heroic-servant had a pretty powerful lead, but I mean, lost his machine gun, lost his flak Panzer, and all of a sudden he's in a bit of trouble. See, Talisman slight supply lead right now. Obviously it's going to change once the P4 hits the field, but heroic-servant was up by close to 20 supply at one stage. That is no longer the case. But yeah, if you get your medium tank out, you just got to be so aware of your command points and your opponent's command points, because there's a good chance that they'll field their call in as soon as they hit that number. So you've got to be a bit more prepared. heroic-servant probably should play more cautiously until his Panzer IV arrived. Or keep the Shreks right on top of the flak Panzer. Either one would have been fine. Disco goes down! I think he's trying to get out there, but... Okay, well that was a really costly mistake by Talisman. I think he maybe thought that squad would have got suppressed, but it seems like it bugged out. Didn't fire full burst at all. Oh, and this is every Axis player's nightmare. Facing off against a Lend-Lease Sherman with your own Panzer IV. Specifically this Panzer IV, the Austria one, without the armoured skirts. So you're going to lose another squad in the building. Oh my god, why is he losing all those units and buildings? He must be using the tactical map and just sleep at the keyboard. Penetration to armor, these tanks do match up like reasonably even, but it's where the Lend-Lease Sherman gets same moving accuracy as the US Forces tanks, 0.75, and that's where the big difference is. Means you land so many more shots with the Lend-Lease Sherman than with the Panzer IV. Just intact ground and misses. And is that a, what is that? MG42. So that ran into the S minefield and died. So Talisman had 2 machine guns and he's now has 0. What a lot of turnarounds in this game already. Still no commander from Heroic Servant, keeping his options open. Doesn't have any Panzer Tactician on his commanders. Which is why you might want to select a commander right about now. Oh, could he go down to his own S-mines? Not quite. Bit slow there. Could still go down though. Machine gun upgrade on the Lend-Lease Sherman does make it a lot better against Inf. Ooh, that mortar shell though. 7 kills for this one. 1 kill for this one. Must have got decrewed, right? Maybe not. Honestly, maybe not. He hasn't been microing it very much. I remember a few times it being too close and having to retreat. Second Panzer IV hit in the field out in the north, and so is a second Lend-Lease Sherman.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Looks like he's sending his... No, I don't know what's going on here. Both of them just fighting with one tank. How on the eye? Yeah, those Shreks. Shreks coming across. This Lend-Lease Sherman could be in trouble, especially if this one comes down from the north. A bit of a sandwich maneuver. But this thing hits Vet 2. I believe that's when he gains its movement speed. No, turret rotation. The movement speed's at Vet 3. Oh my god, he just bounced so many shots on that Lend-Lease Sherman with the Panzer IV. Shreks missed as well. One connects finally, but not enough. And what can you even do about that? You just bounced so many shots with this Panzer IV. Let's have a wee look, eh? I think there's going to be a bit of a lull in the action. Let's look up some stats live. I think mid-range the Lend-Lease Sherman has 130 penetration. Could be wrong. That could be the Easy 8 actually.
Combat engineers are standing by. The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Okay, it has 160 armor. Lenny Sherman. And 130 penetration, so I was about right on its penetration. Yeah, mid-range. Well, tank's being repaired up. Talisman actually making use of the conscript repair kit. Nice to see. I really like this ability, I do. It's just the only way I end up getting conscripts is through rapid conscription. Heroicservant going for a Stug this time instead of another Panzer IV.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Stug can be very hard to use on this map. I probably wouldn't have gone for this myself. Maybe if I was in like a good position, I had lots of Talismans down on my flank. But not in this situation. So many like awkward things for the Stug to have to turn around. So many angles for the Lenley Shermans with their high mobility to flank you. Probably would have gone for another Panzer IV. Maybe a pack. So the third Lenley Sherman going hunting for the Stug. Notice that the Shreks are in the north, so since there's an opportunity here. Panzer IV coming in for the flank, but exposing his rear armor. Now getting outmaneuvered by his slow turret rotation, and now he's still got his rear armor facing. Popping blitz to try and get away. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. In comes the Stug again. Very poor coordination of his forces here from Heroicservant. But this could be the end of one of these Lenley Shermans if he just uses the Shreks. Oh, the Stug could get the last hit. Shrek's going around the side. Yes, Stug does get the last hit. So one Lenley Sherman. Oh, don't do it, man. Don't send your tanks back in. Okay, he's not. He's just going to repair up here on the front lines. Oh man. What a hectic game. Haven't even talked about the VPs. Talisman at 108. Very, very low. Oh, for another squad of conscripts. That's a big surprise in a VP battle like this. We usually expect to see a machine gun to try and secure one of the victory points.
We are losing a sector.
It could be about to suffer a triple cap, which is bad news when you got 100 VPs. No, not quite. It's going to neutralize the middle. Look at this. Warp speed repairs. He's got 2 conscripts, 2 combat engineers. All doing their darndest to get those Shermans back on the field.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Oh, did supply plane get shot down there? Yeah, I believe so. By the Pintle machine gun. Second Stug for Heroicservant. This is interesting because 2 Stugs can burst down these Lindley Shermans quite quickly actually. It's kind of like a turning point. One Stug can be a bit of a liability, but two Stugs can just do massive burst damage. In comes Lindley Sherman from this south. Instantly gets hit by the Stug. Now trying to flank the Stug. Stug hits Vet 2, gets the armored skirts. Panzer 4 coming in on low health. Panzer 4 now getting focused. Stug's having a few pathing issues here. Down goes the Panzer 4. Stug's just pathing like mongrels. Oh no. Oh no. No! Oh my god. That was some of the worst medium tank play I've ever seen from Heroic Servant. Very hard to use. Look, it's very hard to use 3 medium tanks. I'll say that much, but that was shocking. If he just played defensively back to Stug's, didn't send his Panzer 4 and just back to Stug's back. If the Lindley Shermans tried to chase, you know, one of Stug's probably would have had a good angle. Maybe the Panzer 4 could have been stationary, got 1 or 2 shots off. But that was just horrible. And in comes another Sherman. Oh man. Where were the Shreks during all that as well? I wasn't really paying attention, but I don't think they were nearby enough. There's one thing you have to remember when you're using your pea green Shreks instead of a pack. That kind of is your pack. Don't go sending it out to like cap and aggressive positions. You need that nearby to support your tanks. You know, obviously you wouldn't send your pack out to try and cap because that's extremely risky. You could turn over the weapon to your opponent, and that's why it's always in like a safe defensive position. But in this case, he needs his Shreks in a similar capacity. He needs them to be in a defensive position to support his tanks. Capping power be damned. Didn't really need to apply that much capping pressure as well. He have a big VP lead. Could have just waited until all his tanks were at full health before making some moves. But that's not what happened, and here we are. Still hasn't got a commander locked in. Looks like he's going to go for another Shrek squad. What could help him here? I honestly don't know.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
I was thinking maybe relief infantry. But he seems intent on using his munitions for Shreks instead of getting a pack. Relief infantry can really help on those like desperate capping attempts. You know, when you're taking casualties. What better unit to take casualties on than Osttrooper? Very cheap and fast to reinforce. Oh, demo charge in the middle. That is dirty stuff. No sweeper either. This is what I was saying. Like, demo charges are a good use of your munitions, and because he has an opportunity to plant them pretty much the whole game, this one's probably going to go off because Heroic Servant hasn't bothered to get a sweeper. And no, he's a bit too far away. Maybe if they retreat down south, try and push them into it perhaps. 4 Shreks there though. Oh, main gun destroyed. It's that bug again. Oh, did I talk about this bug? I tried to record a cast. Oh no, is he going to lose 2 squads? Oh. Oh. Just 1 squad, okay. Dropped a Shrek though, that's bad news. I did try to record a cast the other day and my microphone wasn't working, so I had to abandon that, but there's a bug at the moment with handheld anti-tank weaponry that I think if they don't get the kill, like say it does 80 damage, the weapon, like a bazooka, if it doesn't get the kill on the first like about 60 damage of that 80 damage, it won't actually do lethal damage with the rest of its damage. So the next 20 just doesn't kill the vehicle. Very unusual bug, and I think that's what we saw happen on this Sherman here. Should be dead, but because of that handheld anti-tank bug, didn't actually work that way. But the only reason I know about that bug is because Mr. Smith, the guy who makes the who does all the patching now, talked about it. So clearly it's on his radar, which means it'll probably be fixed at some point, which is good news. Because it makes no sense. It's like, damage is damage, man. It doesn't matter if it's like the first 20 damage or the last 20 damage. It should result in a kill. Anyway, down goes one of these Lend-Lease Shermans. Fresh Stug takes it out. One of the Shreks does get stolen by his conscripts. Looks like it was this squad that lost that Shrek. You can rebuy it, and he's doing that now after realizing it's been stolen. But Talisman holding on to those VPs, 51 left. And heroicservant has just slowly been losing his army piece by piece. He's lost one of his grenadiers. Keeps losing pioneers. Obviously that one to the demo charge before. Bleeding a lot of manpower to these Lend-Lease Shermans and their machine guns. Oh, that was a big hit. And Shreks do not penetrate through there. Oh, and the mortar gets killed. Heartbreaking stuff. Finally, the Shreks get through the hedge. Really Sherman backs away now. Oh my god, man. There's a fresh one. Just chucked up 3 kills right there with the main gun. So this is the Hero Sherman. Look at it go at blazing speed. So mobile at Vet 3. Also shoots incredibly quickly. %30 reload there, 20% reload here, so it's shooting. Oh my god. Okay, there he goes. Gets one of those Shermans, but takes down the Stug right there.
Another vehicle has been lost in the defense of the Rodina.
Still losing a lot of manpower as heroicservant. Goes for another Stug. You're supposed we haven't seen a pack from him. It's one of the benefits of using the pack over the Panzergrenadiers with Shreks. I know this isn't the best map for a pack, but you know, packs have 60 range. So you can shoot the Lenny Shermans from a range where they can't shoot you. Whereas P Greens, I think, have 30 range? 35? So Lenny Shermans do actually have range on you when you have range on them. So Pack never bleeds. But the P Greens almost have to bleed to get in range. And it's all that manpower that heroicservant is losing. On top of that, just terrible, terrible 3 medium tank trade there. It was costing him this game. And when you're fighting from behind, you know, conserving your manpower is very, very important. Playing more efficiently than your opponent can result in a win. And maybe this is where he wants to start popping the relief infantry. Oh, Strug misses. Connects that time. Oh, and the Shreks connect too. Down goes the Sherman. That was nice. Okay. There's some life left for heroicservant. He's not out of this one yet. Conscript's just running in, throwing out a tank grenade, getting a bit of damage in. Oh, look at that! How did he shoot around there? Needs a Faust. Where's the Faust? Where's the Faust? No Faust! Oh, what's he doing? Oh, Lenny Sherman gets abandoned!
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
Oh, this one has to come back in, otherwise it's going to be remanned. And he could do so much damage here. Strug facing the wrong direction. Facing up now. Shot in the dark there. It doesn't connect. Probably going to wait until he gets enough fuel for his next Sherman before making another push. He's got all the map right now. Fuel is just flooding in. He can afford to wait a second. He's got some conscript sandbags up here covering the north, so doesn't have to worry about losing that VP.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Yep, Sherman comes in. Who's the other squad of pioneers? Oh, okay, repairing the Strug. It's like both of those pioneers should definitely be repairing, but they're just repairing different targets. Probably should have tried to repair this one first, since it's on the ice in a very dangerous position, but it's alright. Sound like that's crewed with Panzer Grenadiers. And over mine has to retreat. There it is. So low on health. Drop another Shrek. Strug coming in now. Strug still not at full health, but has hit Vet 1. Can use the target weak point. Really helps out in these engagements. He's going aggressive. Lenny Sherman coming in. And then trying to back away. Is he bit off more than he's blocking his own tank? Oh man. Really needed to not block his Strug, so Strug could chase, go for one more shot. Would have been an attack round, but possibly getting the kill there. Oh man, what was that? Look at that thing. It's got a machine gun on top of it, just popping off shots like crazy. That 50% reload. buff just tearing up, but has bought heroicservant some time. He's got the north, he's about to cap the middle. Talisman, even after killing another tank, a abandoned donated tank, still has to repair all his stuff before making another attack. And he's running out of VPs quickly. He's going to go for another supply drop, try to get himself another Sherman and more combat engineers. Probably should have gone for these combat engineers a bit earlier, because conscript repair kits are pretty terrible. I don't think they repair as fast as combat engineers, which don't repair very quickly in the first place. Compared to the Western Front Army engineers. Conscripts get around behind the Dishka. Fresh Stug for heroicservant. Pioneers blocking the cap from those conscripts. These ones doing their best to take out the Dishka. Dishka refaces. These conscripts didn't close in. Closing in now. Here comes the Sherman. Try and flank around, but now we've got Pioneers with the Shrek. Using attack ground through the structure there. Conscripts at this range, they just cannot take down this stolen Dishka. But it sounds like he's mobilizing his fresh Sherman. Oh, he's about to overcook it again. I think the Sherman's going to be able to get behind. No, he's getting blocked by the VP flag. Going to flank here, but he's definitely going to go down. Oh, conscripts. Hoorah, integrate. Oh, a bit late. Oh, a bit too late. But he's going to cap the center, and that's going to relieve the VP pressure. 23 left for Talisman. Desperately needed that. Thing is, though, look at how long it takes to call in another Sherman. Hasn't gone for tier 4. Doesn't get that recharge bonus time that you get from tier 4. And here comes the hero Sherman. Look at how fast it is. Look at how fast it shoots. Easily outmaneuvering the lone Stug. Look at that. Boosh, boosh, boosh. No chance. That Stug stood absolutely no chance. And now heroicservant getting low on VPs. 181 for him. Hero Sherman, what's it doing? Oh, I think it survived from that damage bug again. Oh, but it's... Oh my god, it gets the kill. It was like in the cooked up critical. It was dead. Gets one more last laugh shot out. Takes down the Stug. Oh, that is bad, bad news for heroicservant. How is he going to push into the center now? He's got all these Shrek squads, which honestly don't fight even against Vet 3 conscripts. They just can't fight them because you've got 2 weapon slots holding the Panzer Shreks. As soon as they drop, 2 models, then they are basically useless against infantry. He's got to fight into this Dishka in the center as well. Talisman about to be able to call himself in. One more Lend-Lease Sherman. We should do a quick check of how many he's called in. He's produced 9 now. He's lost 7. Oh man. Whereas heroicservant, let's take a look at his medium armor. He's made 2 Panzer IVs, lost them both. 1 flak Panzer, 3 tanks. And then 5 Stugs, 8 tanks. So similar amount of armor for heroicservant. And a similar amount of losses. But I know this feeling, man. When facing off against these Lend-Lease Shermans, I feel very constrained because they're just so good at countering tier 3. They're high mobility, good at outmaneuvering the Stug. The good penetration and firing on the move accuracy, good at countering the Panzer IV, which is why this commander is, well, one of the reasons why this commander is so popular at the moment. On top of that, a very, very strong dish cam, not having to tick to call these bad boys in.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Bit of disc on disc action there. Ooh, he's going to run into another demo charge on the VP. Hasn't learned his lesson. Hasn't got a sweeper. At least the Panzer Grenadiers know. Oh, this route is clear, but it's a shame to lose your, well, I believe we're Vet 3 Grenadiers with the LMG. How is he going to fight this infantry now? He doesn't have enough firepower on these Panzer Grenadiers.
Is attempting to steal our sector.
Finally goes for a pack.
Territory is out of contact.
And it's got a lot of interest. Did I miss that? Maybe got a few shots off on these Shermans. I wasn't paying attention. Probably did. Talisman capping, about to get triple cap going. Put out some sandbags on his side. Settling in. Heroicservant making a play for the south to try and relieve that pressure.
We are losing territory.
Sandbags are set up. Incoming! I am sweating like a pig.
Pioneers should be able to force this squad away.
The enemy has 100 points remaining.
Looks like it was maybe on attack move as well. Resets up. Here come the Shermans. 3 of them now. 2 packs though. Second pack just wheeling onto the field now. Another drop Shrek. That is bad news. 79 VPs. Pioneers going for a round the world flank. Trying to take out this Dishka.
Points remaining. You appear suited for command.
Oh, Lindley Sherman's had enough of that. Well, he's got 2 packs now. He's got enough fuel for another medium tank. I think that's a flare. Talisman. Not a bad idea. Very good if your opponent's using a lot of anti-tank guns to try and see where they are and avoid them.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Okay, here is the big moment.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
3 Shermans ready to roll. 2 packs. One of them flanked by conscripts already. Machine gun refaces. This one running into the pack. Gonna take 2 hits here. Grenadiers gonna complete the cap. They do, and then retreat. This Sherman's gonna go down perhaps. Out of sight now. Doesn't use attack round on the packs, so it gets away. And here comes the Sherman. Right on top. Needs to face this one up. No, it doesn't do that. It's in full retreat mode. Sherman on top of him here. Shrek's coming down from the north. Taking a lot of bleed as they try and close the distance on this. Lindley Sherman. Pack's face up now. Down goes one of the Shermans.
Another vehicle has been lost in the defense of Aberdeen.
Pack's coming back in, trying to fend off this Sherman. Open up the capture circle in the center for Panzergrenadiers. He's got a Dishka coming. Can make this happen. He's lost control of the north though. 50 VPs left. Heroic Servant in big trouble. He's got resources to spend. Why doesn't he make a tank? Why does he make something? Shit, I mean, at this stage, I would call in a Panzer IV command tank. He needs something on the field right now. And it would help keep his packs alive. Help keep his infantry alive.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory. The enemy is down to 25. Supply sector.
Just get set up now for Talisman. Peregrine's trying to get a flank off here. Won't be able to do much damage with anything but their grenade. 11 VPs left for Heroic Servant. Can't cap any of the VP circles. Why are you building a Panzer IV now? Oh my god, you could have done this like ages ago. Or you could have called in the Panzer IV command tank. Oh well. GG, what a back and forth game. Heroic Servant's game to lose after Talisman lost that dish cup here. This T-70 died quite quickly. Talisman had very poor fuel control for a very long time, but felt like Heroic Servant trying to press the issue, not playing a conservative game, and when he lost those 3 medium tanks, the 2 Stugs, or was it 2 Panzer IVs? I think it was 2 Stugs and a Panzer IV, and that just horrible bit of micro maneuvering there. Talisman raced back into the lead, and Heroic Servant continued to lose armor, trade ineffectively, and ultimately Talisman ground out that victory. What a crazy game. Anyway, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you'd like your game to be cast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.